There's a reason why. There's a reason why I'm fucking asking.
No, I'm not even. Dude. No. I knew we were doing this tonight, so I kept it chill, man. I throttled. I'm drinking Corona.
That's fine.
When have you ever seen me drink Corona?
It's been like 3-4 years.
It's been a while. It's been a minute because it's like fucking water. But I wanted to take it easy tonight, and now I'm going to turn it up. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, yeah, no, right.
3 hours of podcasting, and I'm only on 9 beers. That's not
good.
Too fucking shabby.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. You decided out of the blue to only drink 9 beers.
But you're being stubborn for a certain reason, so
I'm just stubborn because you guys again. You guys don't know the whole fucking deal. That's what I'm saying. Are we doing a show or what?
We're doing it. It's on. It's happening.
You sure?
Here we go. We're on. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the One Too Many Podcast, episode 1. All right. I guess I'm going to have to do some editing and add some fucking sound effects and some clapping on that one.
Woo!
I'm joined by my co-host right now, Mr. Frogman. What's going on?
Nothing much, bro. How's everything with you, dude?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
It's good.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah, man. That's great.
Drinking a little bit tonight,
You're drinking a little water,
Yeah. I got my fucking Poland 24 pack sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Guess how many waters I'm in? Guess how many waters I got left?
Well, I don't know, man. How many times have you broken the seal yet?
I got 24 waters left. So
24 waters
how many waters I've been drinking tonight.
Enough. You haven't been drinking enough.
Yeah, 24 waters, but I've been about 10 beers in. So let's see how that goes.
Well, it'll take you a while with that stuff.
What, the Poland Spring?
No, the Coronas, man.
I didn't say I was drinking Corona. You just put me on blast, man. You just put me on blast. I was saying,
that shit's like water, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically. I see what you're saying here.
That shit's not going to hit you hard. Trust me, bro.
Yeah, I wanted a little change up. I've been drinking Yinglings all weekend and fucking Coors Lights and all this other shit.
Dude, I've been drinking Corona since I was like 8 years old, dude. Come on.
Whoa. What are you drinking?
Come on. Corona?
What are you drinking?
That's Corona. Okay, let me.
No. I say Corona. You were like Corona.
No, it's Corona.
You did some fancy Spanish shit on me.
It's Corona, man. I'll get Spanish on this show in a little while, man. And see how it goes with you. See if you understand what I'm saying.
No, I won't understand a fucking word, but I get it. So you excited here, man? This is our first out. What I tell people that's like, what's the podcast about? Well, it's kind of like Seinfeld. It's a podcast about nothing.
About nothing. Exactly right.
About nothing.
Exactly,
man. It worked well for those guys. Why can't it work well for us?
I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to be doing this with you, man. And, wish us the best. And
so do
here
I.
we are, man. Here we are. Hey, man, look, man. We've been doing our thing, dude, over the phone and kicking it, man, for so long. I don't see why we can't do it on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like any other show that starts out, it's going to take us a couple of episodes to fall into our home and see what we're doing and come up with our bits and our little sticks and, our little comedy and all that shit. But, so people that are listening out there, just, bear with us, give us some time. But, hopefully we'll surprise you.
Little patience there.
Patience. What's going on this week? What's going on with you, man? Anything exciting over the weekend?
No, man. Besides the ultra hot weather of 112, 111.
God damn. 112.
Yeah, man. And just working on some cars, man, getting some stuff straightened out. The Mustang I usually use every day kind of overheated on me, so had to do some work on it. I got my truck that I'm stripping down to nothing, taking it to a body shop, getting it painted and everything. So I worked on that. And
welcome to Pimp My Ride.
Fuck no.
You may have to change the name of this fucking podcast. Pimp My Podcast.
Dude, I'll be honest, man. That's what my weekend's about, man. It's just working on cars and doing my thing and If I'm not doing that, I ain't doing shit, man. I'm just at the movie theater or I'm at home just kicking it, doing nothing.
Well,
Dude,
real
so,
quick, I know a lot of people know who
yeah.
you are, know where you're from, and know where I'm from. But any new listeners or whatnot, so you're saying 112 degrees. What's the region you're from? Just to put it out there for people.
Well, I'm from
I mean,
South
I know
Texas.
where you're from. You don't have to fucking put the fucking coordinates. I'm not saying longitude 29 with.
Let me give you the northern and eastern. And
just. I mean, you want me to answer the question for you?
No, man. I'm from South Texas, man. I'm from Laredo, and
deep in the heart
of Texas. Yes, sir, man. Fucking hot as hell here, dude. And
but they say it's a dry hot. Is it a dry hot?
It is a very dry heat. Very dry heat. It's like literally, man. The best way I can explain it is if your wife's ever, when your wife's cooking Thanksgiving dinner or whatever, man, you open that oven that's been blasting all day, and that shit just hits you in your face. That's what it feels like when you open the door.
Or some of us, when they open up their fucking wife's legs, it's been so long they've been down there, the heat just hits them right in their face.
Yeah.
The stank, yes.
The stank and the odor and the cobwebs. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. It's awesome.
What about you, man?
Went away for the weekend. Went down to Maryland to a thing called Skullfest and hung out with some friends and, my family. Not even friends. I would say I'm hanging out with my family. And
that's good, yeah.
Kicking back, drinking a lot of beers and doing stupid shit and being on stage and shaking a lot of hands and hugging people and eating a lot of food. I think I definitely hit my fucking my cheese quota of the weekend in one day. Between the mac and cheese, lasagnas, and all that other good stuff.
You didn't plug yourself up, did you?
Oh, a lot of cheese, a lot of fucking cheese,
a lot of
cheese. A lot of fucking cheese, but yeah, it takes a lot to plug me up. If you haven't noticed anything with me, it definitely takes a lot to plug me up. So, just a great time. A little exhausting, I'm on vacation and it's kind of a weird vacation. It's like a half week to half week. I'm not used to that. Usually it's weekend to weekend. So I don't go back until Thursday and recording on a Monday here. So I got a couple more days to chill out and relax and do some things around the apartment because, got another meetup coming up in 2 weeks, ToyCon. Now, I know we don't really talk much geeky shit here, but
hold on. You got to do some stuff around the apartment. Come on.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do some shit.
How many times have you said that?
I got you, man. It's been 2 vacations. Dude, this is my 3rd vacation this year.
The day before, whatever the hell you're going to do in your.
And I haven't done one fucking thing that I said I wanted to do 3 fucking vacations ago. I still haven't hung any shelves for fucking collectibles. I haven't changed the bedroom around. Tons of things that I haven't done.
What's your corner like there, bro? You still got a stack of boxes and shit?
Yeah, it's still a stock room over there. I mean, you can see, look at the corner there. You can see where it starts. You see the shelves and the boxes over there, so.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to return those shelves, though, man. Not to get off topic, but shit,
What's that?
I thought you were going to return those things.
What, those shelves?
The shelves that kind of didn't work out for you, They didn't really meet your
standard.
No,
those are the Walmart joints. I'm just gonna toss them in the trash. Or put them on like a marketplace for $10 and have some weirdos come to my house.
There you go. Yeah.
That's the most part about it. So
hey, so in that Skullfest thing, what was the weather like, man? Tell me about
it. Wasn't 112.
Man, that's awesome. I'm already jealous already.
No, it was in the 80s. The sun was really strong. It's
wow.
I haven't seen the sun for that long in a long time. I mean, I work 6 days a week, and basically what I'm doing is like I wake up in the morning and it's usually not even sun up yet. 30 seconds to get to my car. I drive to work, 2 minutes to get to work, walk into work. I'm in work 10 hours a day. Walk out to the car for lunch, walk back in and walk out to my car, walk back out of my car to get home. And that's where I am.
That's the only time you get to see daylight, which is your lunch hour.
That's it. Wow, I need to start taking some vitamin D, man.
Dude, I couldn't do that shit, man.
Dude, it's just my life, man. It's
hard,
working.
Man. That's hard, bro.
It's the
got
retail.
A lot of respect for you, bro. A lot of respect for you.
Not really, because you know what? I could go out on my day off. I just choose not to because I'm a fucking lazy fuck. Just saying,
I don't think so.
I deal with the public all the time. The last thing I want to do is
go out. That's why you don't go out. I think that's why you don't go out and kick it in a restaurant, go and drink at a bar, because you deal with people every fucking day, dude.
Yeah, but you know what? Tell me this. Good mood. Riddle me this, Frog. Riddle me this, Frog. Then why is it that I get along so well when I go to these meetups and,
because it's family, bro. It's different, dude. It's not the environment. It's not like you're at your local fucking Applebee's or your fucking Chili's, dude. sitting at a bar and strangers interacting with people you don't know. This is family, bro. This is people that you reach out to, you talk to on a daily basis, whether it's on Messenger, Facebook, or whatever. So when you see these people, these are actually people that you miss, dude, and you want to see, and you're excited to hang out with. Well, at least 90% of them, but you're there and you want to see and
Yeah,
enjoy
I
your
get
time
that,
with
man.
these
Believe
people.
me, I totally get that. But there's an annoyance factor too. I don't know what it is, man. I think just
Hey,
working in retail all these years, and I just become that fucking grump on a log.
hey, it just comes
I
with
try to
age,
break
bro.
out of that. I am a totally different person when I am around my family and members of
Oh, the
around my.
hell you are, man. You wake up and you come alive, bro. You come
Yep, I
alive,
try
I'll
to,
tell you.
man. And even if I don't feel like it, I feel like I have to because of who I am and how we started all this. But
And
again,
then, given where you live, bro, it's like you have people that live near you, but not quite.
dude,
True?
I'm in an apartment complex with three of my
No, no,
friends
no.
here,
I'm
and I
saying
never see them.
you got people that say you live in New Jersey. People didn't know that, right? You live in New Jersey. You got family.
Thanks for putting me
They're
on
your friend.
blast.
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's not like they're gonna go knock on your door or anything. So, dude,
My
you got
door's
people
open.
that live in the Bronx and Long Island and stuff. It's not like they're 5-10 minutes away, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, the people, and that's the one thing that sucks is like the people that you most want to be around are the ones that are the most far away.
yeah,
And and I got family that's 25 minutes away. I don't even want to give them a time of fucking day sometimes.
I
You know
hear
what I
you.
mean?
Yeah,
So
I hear you.
it's just a weird life to live. But with technology and shit like that, it balances out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the woey's me guy. Good news is like talking to my nephew. If anybody, my nephew Michael, shout out to
Man.
M Phone. He may be moving into this development.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming to the
Nice.
time where he's getting to that time where he's getting that young age of moving into his own place with his girlfriend, of course.
All right.
And I'm very excited for them, and I'm
That is
here.
awesome.
And she got a promotion, so she's working closer. Not to put their business out there, but she'll be
Oh, yeah,
closer
yeah, yeah.
here. And he works pretty much 10 minutes from this place, and where he lives now, it's a 40-minute drive every day. And they're looking to get out. He's got some scratch, and I told him, hey, man, look over by me. It's reasonable rates. You know how big the place is. You know how nice it is here. So they actually went down this weekend and talked with the office, and they found an apartment that they like. And maybe in August 1st, they'll be moving in here. We'll see.
Man, I wish him the best.
We'll see how that works.
I wish him the best. I hope they actually move in near you or
yeah, he's like a golf. He's a
complex.
golf swing away. His parking lot connects with my parking lot. So you know what? Now we rarely see each other now. So when he moves in, I'm looking forward to not ever seeing him. Period.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Is.
Man, yeah, sure, but it's something that's like you get along real good with his girlfriend, and you and him have this really, really, really tight relationship. And I hope he moves in there, and y'all get to spend a lot more time, and it'll be good for everybody, man. I'm happy for the guy, man. Very happy for the guy.
Well, this is the point of the show where we have to take a break for a second and talk about one of our sponsors.
Really?
So, I used to do a show on a different platform, and we had some sponsors over there. And
oh shit, you brought them over here.
I brought a few. You know how I am.
Wow.
I keep up my relations, and I keep it working. So this segment from the show is brought to you by Harrison Ford from Harrison, New Jersey.
Wonderful.
Go check out Harrison Ford. It's a great dealership. You could go test drive the new Ford Explorer. And what's so cool about Harrison Ford, the dealership, all the salespeople are dressed up as different Harrison Ford characters.
Yep.
From all the movies.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, I went down there. That's how I got my new car. I got a Ford Murano. And I was shouting out to my man, Harry. I would call him Harrison or Indy. He was dressed up as Indiana Jones.
Nice.
And as we were leaving, he said, toss me the money. I'll toss you the key. And tossed me the key, and I'm driving around. So make sure you go to Harrison, New Jersey, to Harrison Ford in Harrison, New Jersey, and test drive a vehicle today.
Nice. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to Harrison Ford, man.
Yeah, shout out to sponsors, man. We're not one episode in, and we got a sponsor.
Sponsors. Look at
us. We're all gonna be ballers, man. See if we get you that new 2021 Mustang that's coming out.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah.
Wait, that's all right, this is I guess don't we have a guest tonight?
He was backstage, man. I don't know. He should be back there somewhere.
All right.
Let me go see if I can get.
All right, go backstage and see if we can pull our guest in here. See if we can pull him in. Come on, man. Is he back there? Is he back there? What's going on, man?
Yeah,
is he
man.
back there?
I found him. He's coming. Here you go.
All right. Okay. Coming to the stage right now, our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Hariken BX.
Oh shit, guys, what is up? Thank you for having me. Dude, the catering in the back is fucking
excellent, like that,
bro.
Yeah, man, have a seat, man. Have a seat. Sit down.
Yeah, awesome.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Thirsty?
Yeah, come here.
You're good.
Now, is that a drink or some quarter waters that you said Dust was drinking earlier in the show?
Nah, that's a drink.
That's some good stuff. It's a little hard liquor. This is usually we bring out the good stuff for our guests.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to the show, man.
Vodka, man. I don't know. You might like that.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Episode 1 of the One Too Many podcast. Thank you for coming through.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm honored to be your first guest on episode 1. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm honored.
Well, there's a reason for that. And, and like we say, you are one of the biggest influences of myself and Frogman starting this podcast. And sometimes, and people know I get tired of talking toys and we just want to bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like fucking.
Not to be, we don't have to talk nerd shit all the time and geek shit.
Listen, we're here on the casting couch right now. This is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta rename that one.
You got to bring one of your.
Yeah, let me sit over here.
Frogman, get back here. Get back
here. Man, I'm good here, man.
Back it up.
I ain't backing shit up, man.
Whoa.
No, but on a serious note, man, thanks for having me, guys. This is awesome. And I appreciate it, man. Like it's almost like what I'm trying to do with Verbally Challenge, just trying to kind of have an outlet to kind of talk about the things that I want to talk about without it necessarily infringing on anything else that I do that's out there in the realm.
Man, I love your show, bro. Your show's amazing. I love it.
And I'm sorry, Fran, what'd you say?
No, I just love his show, man. It's amazing. I love it. I love what he's doing there with Verbal Challenge.
Thank you, dude.
Being what we do, and I like I said, I don't want things that, like I said with Cobra La, when we did the Cobra La shit, I don't want things that I say on there to reflect on what they're. I just wanted to try to do a little something different with this platform.
I just want
to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to have a good time, and I want stupid jokes, a lot of burping, a lot of slurring.
Yep.
Also,
I think you're gonna be hearing me slur a few times tonight. I'm already a few in. I'm a few in.
What do you have? What do you
take you a while to slurring that shit you're drinking?
It's my usual. It's my usual mix that I had this weekend over at Bobby's. I heard you guys talking about that earlier.
That's a Hariken Hurricane.
The Hariken Hurricane.
Man.
Yeah.
So what is in a Hariken Hurricane?
Yeah. All right. A Hariken Hurricane is a cherry lemonade flavored vodka. You know what I'm saying? That's all the kind of rage now. You got all different flavors of liquor out there. And I mix it with an Arnold Palmer, which is like a half lemonade, half iced tea mix. You know what I'm saying? So the lemonade flavor of the alcohol mixing in with the lemonade flavor of the juice, like it kind of kills that alcohol taste. So it just tastes really nice, really smooth.
Science and shit. Science and shit. Here's a new segment called Science and Shit.
He's like a chemist.
Beaker sound. Beaker.
Yeah, it's some good stuff. Anybody that tried it the past weekend over at Bobby's, they seem to have enjoyed it. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm not an alcohol liquor guy. Liquor, I don't even know her. I'm not a liquor dude, but I put that in the past, and it should stay in the past. But it was sweet. And then that alcohol taste come right behind it.
Man.
It kind of reminded me of like a very powerful Long Island iced tea.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
That's not so bad, man. That's pretty good. I'm interested in that shit.
That's I got. And don't get me wrong. I've been, when I did drink liquor, it was pretty much out of the bottle. I didn't mix it.
So hold on, let me ask you a quick question then, because you said you left that behind. It's in the past, so there must have been an incident that you were
I'm asking the questions here. This ain't verbally challenged, all right? One too many podcasts.
Hijacking the show.
And I think you just asked one too many questions.
Hold on, let me get back in my chair. Then let me get back in my chair. Sure.
You must have get
I
behind
think we
the
need
desk.
to bring out our next guest. No, it's just like, I was very, the liquor used to flow back in the day just as much as the beer did. And I tended to be a little bit more crazier when the liquor was in play than the beer. And I took a hiatus from drinking for a very long time. And it wasn't until I realized that I was able to be a social drinker and only do it in certain times. And I set my own rules and parameters, never on work nights. I mean, I could go down the whole story if you want to hear the story, but I don't want to bore our listeners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying though, dude. I had a certain point too, where like me and Jesse after work, we just come home and you have a couple of wind down drinks, but it got to a point where we were kind of doing it every day, for like let's say a couple of months straight. So then at that point you're like, damn, am I a fucking alcoholic because I drink every day? But then we chilled out for a couple of weeks and we weren't bugging out or anything, so we're like, nah, we're okay, we're good.
Yeah, man. I was like borderline bad in my 30s. I was working for another company that started with a W in retail, and I was super stressed out, going through a lot of bullshit.
You worked at Wally World?
No.
No? Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, I was the funnel cake guy.
You were the funnel dude. That's the coolest.
Next to the tilt-a-whirl, and I saw the scrambler. For a while, I was a scrambler operator.
God.
But
you got boring seeing the same ride all the time. Anyway.
So yeah, there was a potential problem for a long time, and I suffered from anxiety for a very long time, panic attacks, and I still do. And I didn't like the medication, so I thought the easiest way to handle things was to self-medicate. So by self-medicating and not stressing myself out was drinking 18 to 20 fucking beers a night, 7 days a week, and then waking up in the morning and dousing myself with 2 Xanax to balance myself out and go to work. Mm-hmm. Because in my mind at the time, that worked for me. Mm. So I did that for a very long time, and it got to the point where work was getting to me, that shit was getting to me, stopped it all, stopped the drinking, stopped the fucking pills. I left the company. I took a couple of months off, got my shit together. I lived off my savings for a while because I had a lot of money in the bank. Got my life straightened out, and it took a while. It's funny. It's like once I stopped the drinking and once I stopped taking the pills, the anxiety kind of went away. Yeah, funny.
That's cool, man.
Sometimes I think it's the pills that fuck you up. Sometimes
it's kind of weird,
man.
The stuff that they give you to help you is not necessarily helping you as much. It's hurting you as much as it's helping you. It's to the point like the Xanax would play fucking tricks on you. Like your cravings for that opiate would make you feel like you were having a panic attack. Just so you could take the pill. It was to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave this one alone. I don't think this is real. This ain't fucking. I'm leaving it alone. Like an hour later, the wave is gone and I'm fine. I didn't have an attack. That fucking your mind is playing.
Get everything in control, man.
Your mind's playing tricks on you. So I went cold turkey on both. It was a bad detox, but I wasn't working at the time. And then I got closer to the holidays. I needed to start working again. I said, let me just I can live off my savings probably for another 6 to 8 months. Let me get something for the holidays so I can make some extra scratch for presents. So I got a part-time job with another company, and 11 years later, I am where I am doing what I do. Mm-hmm. But I stopped drinking probably about 3.5 to 4 years.
Wow,
that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And then one night, halfway through that time, and I don't want to bore people with this, but this is what we're talking about. About halfway through that time, me and my ex were gonna have a barbecue, gonna make a steak, and it was summertime. And she's like, I was like, man, I could go for a beer with this steak. And she's like, get one. It's been a while. You've been good. It's probably about 2 years in, maybe you're in 3/4. I go in the liquor store and I'm like, yeah, man, I'll get a 6-pack of Yingling, man. It's been a while. It's gonna taste really good with this ribeye. Have a beer or two. By the time I got to the back of the store to get the beer, a 6-pack turned into a 12-pack in my mind. I said, maybe I should get a 12-pack. And that's when I knew I wasn't ready. That mentality. That
you were ready to go overboard. Like, right off the bat.
I wanted to be that guy again. I'm like, man, dude, I was doing 20 some odd beers a night back in the day. I was drinking 40s back then. I was drinking like 4, 5, 6 Ballantine 40s a night.
Whoa.
Yeah. What's 40? A 40 is about 4.5 beers.
Yep.
So I would count them down and run to the liquor store 5 minutes. Where I lived, the liquor store was in the same parking lot. So I would call down to the dude. I'm like, you making a garbage run? Because the dumpster was right near my apartment. He's like, yeah. I said, bring me up 2 40s, put it on my tab. he would just walk them up to the steps and bring them to me. So I didn't have to go down. And the fucking liquor store was probably about as close as, my apartment is going to that parking lot that's down in front of my house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was a fucking potential problem there, man. But I left and I wasn't ready, right? And I don't want to like make this like, oh, the alcohol talk, the one too many podcasts. They're getting drunk and they're talking about being alcoholic. So
you ain't getting drunk on Coronas, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get drunk on that shit.
He's gonna have to drink about 100 of those.
Fuck yeah, man. You know what I mean?
I'm doing the world tour tonight, man. I got Corona here and I got Beck's in the fridge. You
got the seltzer water. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry. That's how we're doing the first episode. Us just drinking seltzer water.
So back to my woe is me story. It was about a year and a half later, so I can't really remember the exact time. I'm out with the boys. We're having wings. We're at a local place and eating wings, and it's a bar with
the bar. You got to say the bar.
And we're getting and drink orders. I said, can I get a pint of Yingling? Sure. Cricket. You could hear a fucking pin drop on that table. Sound like fucking pin drop. Sounded like a fucking sermon was ready to start in a church. That's how fucking quiet it was. They all look at me. I said, yo, I'm good. I'm just going to have a beer with these wings. Because they knew what I've been going through and stopping. Knew about my problem. But, nobody could talk to your buddies about a problem, whatever. So, I had a beer, ate my wings, went home, and everything's fine. 2 months later, we're out again. Let me get a beer. Had a beer, didn't go home and run to the liquor store and surround myself in alcohol and blah, blah, blah. And then I just realized after a couple times going to have a beer or two here and there, like, yeah, I could socially control this and I'm all right, and I set some rules for myself and parameters. And I've always been a beer drinker. I enjoy drinking beer. I'm a beer fanatic. I love it. All different types, whether it's good or bad or cheap or whatever. I enjoy drinking it. And I don't drink on work nights. That's it. And
yeah.
Conveniently, the podcasting's done on Monday. I'm off on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, at least that's the way to do. Like you set those parameters because like it's just a way of checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? Like, and on those nights that you're off, you could just go ahead, have your fun, go overboard, drink your 20 beers. But on a work night, you ain't drinking at all.
That shit.
You behave and shit.
On my work night, I'm in bed by 8:30.
Yeah.
So what? If Dustmightz got a night to howl, I'm gonna fucking howl.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I try to take, and a lot of people don't really working 6 days a week is not fun. You know what I'm saying? And I just happen to have this type of life where I don't have a mortgage, I don't have kids, I don't have the wife, I don't have those regular adult bullshit things to keep my mind activated, or my time off has to be allocated to do the other things. My time off is allocated to the fucking couch. My time off is allocated to watching TV shows, working on music, reading comic books, cartoons,
stroking the cat,
playing with the toys, taking pictures of robots.
Look at you playing with your toys.
It's not a Legends Plus.
Legends Plus.
So, yeah, man. And this is the lifestyle that I do choose, man. Could I have started the family and been that guy with the person that I was with last? Yes, I could have, but it was pressure and I didn't want it, so I didn't do it. But just getting back to what I'm saying, like, the time that I have is very limited to what I could do, so I try to do as much as I can. But I usually tend to just want to be on the couch because and I don't know where to. How the fuck did we get on that? We were talking about drinks and all that.
Don't leave a chair out, man. Don't leave a chair out.
What's that?
You spend more time on that damn chair than you do the couch, also. Man.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah, man, that's your favorite chair.
Favorite chair.
My favorite chair is the original computer chair I had when we started the ROC shit, and I still have it. It's on my deck. I can't bring myself to throw it over the side and bring it to the dumpster.
Yeah,
so you leave it out there for the squirrel squad, man. That's what
that's what I was about to say, Frog, man. He just leaves it out there for them to shit on it. There you go.
I'll get. You know what? When we'll get it down there is when everybody comes over for ToyCon. I'm like, hey, can you guys do me a favor? I got some help here. This needs to go to dumpster. That goes to dumpster.
Get putting everybody to work and shit.
I get my family here to help me out. But,
Yeah.
So Jose, we were talking about the podcast, and I just want to say thank you very much. You're a huge influence on me, and I know I leaned on you a lot to try to get this done on my own. You hooking me up with the certain apps to use and how to get the podcast out there, and with the RSS feed. I really, even though we have stuff out on our other platform that's done in-house with a website, this is of course obviously not done without a website, and we're on a smaller level. So I really want to thank you for answering my questions and helping me and finding a spot for us here, man.
Dude, it's all love, man. You guys are my brothers, bro. We've been doing this. We've been riding thick and thin for a good amount of time at this point, man. So any help that you guys need, any help you need, man, I'm very happy to help.
I mean, a lot of people would think, I've been doing podcasts for 5 years. Yeah, I mean, we do podcasts, but it's done on a different platform, and it's concealed in its own banner. This is an off-brand type thing, and it just that's fucking.
Well, it's a different road, bro.
Road. Yeah, and you know what the thing is that some people, like in the realm, we have it's a group of people. You know what I'm saying? So some people are better at certain things than others. You know what I'm saying? Like Ace Milo is like the technical guru. You know what I'm saying? Chris is good with numbers. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of put it in that kind of terms. You know what I'm saying? So when you do kind of try to do something like this and venture out on your own, there is a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like you know what to do. So you just got to kind of start doing your research. How do I do this? How do I do that? And thankfully, we live in an age where it's not really too hard to find that info. You just kind of...
And with this being kind of like a side hobby and just a pet project and something fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sort of like what I was doing with Terradrome, but Terradrome was still on a higher level. Terradrome was hosted through the realm, but I just wanted to do something that kind of put me in its own area, because if I fucking get in trouble here, I don't want to get in trouble over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
Finding out there that there was a way to make this work without getting a website, and I don't know, this may not come to fruition. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? I mean, I would hope so, but I don't want to spend money and effort and time and all this shit if it's just not going to pan out. But the platform that you showed me seemed to be like perfect, man. And seeing what you were doing with Verbi the Challenge, and you were still talking nerdy shit, but I would just want to create a platform where I could just get a couple people in here and just fucking kick it and bullshit about whatever. I mean, we've been all over the fucking place tonight already, and
that's what it's about, bro.
Yeah, dude.
There's no actual thing that we're following format and schedule and everything, man. We have guests here. And they just kick it along with us, man. We don't even know if it's going to be
a weekly thing, a bi-weekly thing, or whenever the fucking comes out.
Yeah, man.
We're releasing on a Thursday or a fucking Saturday. I don't know. Whenever the fuck I finished editing.
Yeah. I love the format. You know what I'm saying? And I love not being pigeonholed into any type of thing. Like, I know that might be a good thing. Like, hey, have a particular kind of genre for your podcast. So you know what? So if somebody's going to listen to it, they know what they're getting. But I like the open format, man. So right now, if we wanted to, we could talk politics. We could talk religion if we wanted to. Like, maybe, would we go there? Maybe not, but at least the option is there if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
And things like that do seem to rear their ugly head sometimes. But what I like with you is like it's so.
Well, it's Frogman's in Trump country, bro. So, I don't know how you're surviving out there.
Man. Don't be pointing fingers over here, bro. We're good, man.
I'm not the biggest of wrestling.
I love you, man.
And when I see you do a wrestling episode, I'm like, all right, maybe this is the episode I'm not going to listen to.
Yeah, exactly.
But next week, it's like, okay, this is the one I'm going to listen to. And like to have that diverse of an audience to be able to turn on and turn off whenever they want is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't mind doing the variety show because you know what, dude? Ultimately, kind of like what you're doing here with Frogman, like I wanted to kind of step out and do the things that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately there's going to be people that enjoy it and there's going to be people that don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But you have that choice, like you said, to listen or not listen. I got to do what I like to do. And I remember when I had my brother on, a few episodes ago, maybe a month ago, however long it's been. I remember telling him when we were wrapping up, I'm like, hey, I do this. I'm not making any money. And, I put a lot of time into it, but I'm not making any money. I'm doing it because I'm having fun. And when I'm not having fun anymore, then I'll just stop doing it. But I enjoy, being here with Frogman, with you, talking and bullshitting about whatever we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how this basically was really starting out was like, I had Welcome to the Terror Drum, and that went its way, whatever it was, it went its way. And then the Monday night spot after Enter the Realm, when I do that show, it was just a fun 2 hours that I had that, of course, hence the name One Too Many. I'm a little loaded up. We're having a good time. Everybody's feeling good. It's late. We're talking, and it's a different platform to talk about. It's not like it's not in the realm of toys or geeky collecting, and is what I liked, And we did talk some geeky shit on there. Don't get me wrong, but I just enjoyed having a different type of outlet.
Yeah, dude. What we really needed was another podcast,
Yeah, of course. That's that's on words. Also, it's one too many. Who cares? It's one more. Fuck it. You could crowbar it in there. I just I want people to think when they listen to us, but I don't want them to think, and I want people to relate. And and there's plenty of nights that whenever I drive home from work at night on a closing night, I always hit up at Frogman here. I was going to say Eddie. I hit up Frogman. And we've been talking for a very long time. A lot of conversations, a lot of deep conversations, and a lot of good conversations. And one night I said, coming home, I'm like, too bad we can't record these while we're driving. And then boom. I was like, well, if I ever want to start something different, I'm not in a car and we're not driving and I'm not stressed out from work, but we could create a different platform. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, hit them up.
It's like a phone call with you, man. On those times you work late, man. It's just you never know what the fuck you're gonna get,
dude. We talk, yeah,
man. I see that, man.
Matter where it goes,
ringing, dude. My phone starts ringing, and I'll fucking glance, and I'll see there, it's dust.
He's like, am I gonna pick this one up?
No, my thoughts are like. All right.
So he'll ghost me, right?
Kind of night are we gonna...
and I'll be halfway home, and then he'll hit me back up, and I'm like, yeah.
Man, I'll look at that phone. I go, what kind of night are we gonna have tonight, man? All right.
Well, you know what? Sometimes, like we start these phone calls, I'm like, dude, I've been in the parking lot for 35 minutes. It's a 20-minute ride. It's been an hour. I got to go upstairs. You know what I mean? Just, friends bullshitting and having a good time. And honestly, man, Frogman is definitely a knowledgeable person and has helped me through a lot of issues. And he's like the other side. Like, you got beep, angel, beep, devil.
Yeah, man.
Talking you off that ledge.
Sometimes he's on both sides. Don't let him play you. He could be that way, but I'm thankful to have him as a friend, a brother, and I enjoy his company. I enjoy talking with him, just as like enjoy everybody else that's in my life on this side. That's why I always say like this side is my
it's family, bro. Yeah,
my family, man. I won't change it.
Yeah. It's the family, man. It's funny that you said that though about recording those conversations they're having, like on the trips home, from work or whatever. Like I actually experimented with that. Like when I was trying to set up the podcast, I'm like, man, what's the easy way to just kind of record audio? So there's apps to like record like your phone calls, but then when I listen back to it, it sounded like shit. I'm like, nah. I can't.
Before we go any further, people that are listening may not be in our circle or not know. We got a lot of people that are going to be fans of the Cobra Law stuff, fans of my Dustmightz shit, and fans of the shit that we're all used to that know you. But let us know your podcast.
Oh, Verbally Challenged with Hariken BX. It's available on all audio platforms, especially that Stitcher one. I hear that one's popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a few episodes up on YouTube, but I do got to pick up my game on that. I was having some issues with converting the audio into a video format, but I'm going to work out those kinks and get that.
Hey, you got me here.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
See,
help me, I'm helping you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just let me know I'm there.
Cool,
I got you.
But it's basically like we touched on earlier. It's a little bit of a variety.
Yeah, one too many. Have another.
Yeah, there we go.
I was gonna Hariken. This is
another, bro.
this is exactly what I'm looking forward to on this show, man. And not saying that I have to have we have to have people on the show that are fucking.
Shit, man, he fucking beat you to the slurring, man.
Fucking beat. Yep.
Listen,
We got a winner in here. We got someone who beat us to the slur champion of the night goes to.
Now you know why my podcast is called Verbally Challenged.
You know, before I came up with One Too Many podcast, I had another one. It's called Mentally Challenged. That was gonna be my podcast.
You know, but no, like we mentioned, it's a little bit of a variety show. You know what I'm saying? Like I host Breaking the Mold on Tuesdays on the Realm channel. Cheap plug. You know what I'm saying? But the guys, you know, that's kind of like an ensemble cast, similar to like Enter the Realm. So with an ensemble cast, you got a wide variety of interests and stuff like that. So my interest personally won't necessarily translate into the same things that they want to talk about. So that's why on my show, like if I want to talk about wrestling, I hit up my man Paul C and he hops on and we hang out and we will go 3 hours talking about fucking wrestling because we both love it so much. You know what I'm saying? Dakota will or Greg from Mercy will hop on. We'll talk about comic books. You know what I'm saying? I'll get Josh on. You know, we talk movies, TV shows, like, you know what I'm saying? Like anything that happens to be the hot topic at that time, anything I want to talk about. It's just like, hey, the outlet is there to do it.
Yeah,
so
you don't feel confined by a box.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I want to do here. I don't want to be in a box, but you know, I do want to speak about certain things that are part of our lives and how we connect and interact. You know, we're going to have to mention certain things that we do, but I just don't want to be confined to a box. I'm not saying that the things that I do other than this are confined to a box, but that's that lane.
And you know,
that's the lane I'm in, and I enjoy that also.
Yeah, and what I love about it too is also like besides just the geek stuff, I also do the episodes where it's like me and my family hanging out and we're chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I love those, man. That's
like
cool.
That's what it's about, man.
You're
like,
opening up a door to your life, and
exactly.
That's what you need. That's what people do when they do podcasting. Podcasting isn't, you know, a news program to a sense, but you know, you're opening up a door into your life, into your feelings and your thoughts. And how you are as a person. And if people find you interesting enough or enough of a character that they tune in, I listen to podcasts for people I've never heard of, but somebody puts it on to me and I find it's funny and I like some of the things. I'll listen to that shit.
Yep.
I'll just listen to it, you know, because it's like, you know, I mean, they get into politics and shit and stuff that I don't like, but hey, man, there's a couple of laughs in there and they go into this and they go into that. And, you know, I'm good with that, you know, so I get what you're saying, man, and it's cool to have these ways to go. And you can say, "Well, you're just a bunch of loudmouths who like to talk." I don't know.
You know what? Honestly, it's not about that. It's not an ego-driven thing for me.
No, not at all.
Because honestly, like if you're gonna do something like what we do here, you figure that ego does have to play a part of it, but it's really not because this was like an avenue I was never even looking for. Yeah. Like it was just being a part of the group and then just doing the hangouts. And then it's just like, okay, hey, let's go live. And it was almost like just like a natural progression. This wasn't something that I was like, oh, I'm trying to be a YouTube superstar or I'm trying to be a podcast king. Like, you know what? If people happen to like download, subscribe and listen, I'm truly appreciative of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm doing this for fun. It's not to try to be a superstar. I'm just, like you said, Dust, you're opening a window into your life. And if people enjoy it, cool, man, cool. And the greatest thing about it is like, just like the weekend that we just had, when you get to meet up with people and talk about it, you do realize that you're touching people's lives.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's incredible.
We all do it. And like, any chance I could say some of my stupid ass jokes that nobody laughs at, try to get them out of there. You know,
all of them.
So, you know, real quick, I got a call. I got a call in the back from corporate.
Yep.
I got to talk to someone from corporate. So Frogman, if you don't mind taking the helm, you know, I'll be back in a little bit. They're giving me the sign of now, so I don't know what happened. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
He's getting called to the principal's office.
Yeah. Corporate's calling me. So
shit,
you know,
damn.
We'll be back after these messages.
No, you're running the shit for a second.
Yeah. So look at Frogman, man. His beard came back. What's up, dude? It's grown in. You know what I'm saying? Last time I saw you, you were clean shaven.
Man, that was in October, bro. This shit takes 3-4 days, man, and it's fully grown.
Oh, you're one of those, man.
Man.
I'm suffering from alopecia. I gotta fucking wait 8 months before I can have any kind of decent beard.
Man, I wish I had that problem, man. Shit, man, this thing comes back in 3-4 days. Got a full beard, but the thing is, I never fucking shave it off, man. The last time you saw me, I was trying to fix it, because usually the girl who fixes my beard, dude, at the barber shop, I think she was out of town or something. So there's been some times and occasions that I'll fix it here at home, and I'll kind of match what she does. It's not half bad. It's pretty good. I'm very patient, and I try to fix it. But that time, I just totally fucked it all up, bro. I fucked it all up.
You were trying to impress us. You were trying to put like some little patterns in it or something. Like, what were you trying to do? What happened?
I was trying to do the ROC logo and
I know, dude. Hey, I remember, man. You were the first one I saw coming off the plane. Getting to Chicago, and it was like I was like, wait, that is Dust Frogman,
man. Dude, you waited for me. I hit you up when I hit the tarmac. Dust was supposed to wait for me, but that guy bounced as soon as he got there.
No, dude, you waited for me. I think you were there already at my gate when I landed.
Because I hit you up and I go, where you at? He goes, we're about to touch down, and I was already, I think they were already docking to the thing there, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait for you. I'm like, what gate are you at, dude? You were like literally right next door, man, right next door.
Nice.
So I'm like, cool, man, I'm here already. So yeah, man. We met up at the airport, and it was pretty fun, dude. I appreciated meeting you for the first time and. Sharing that, was it an Uber or is that what we took? An Uber? Yeah, we took Uber. It's pretty fun, man. I had a great time.
You don't got those in Texas?
What?
Uber?
Well, we got horses here, man.
Oh, all right.
You don't have them?
It's fucking Red Dead fucking Redemption out there, huh?
Yeah, man. We got horses and cows and ranches. Dude, fuck yeah, we got Ubers, man. We got car Ubers, we got bike Ubers, scooter Ubers.
Oh, is he telling about how his Ubers pick him up on horseback?
Yeah, man.
That's how he is down there.
Yeah, man. You just got to swipe your phone by the ear of the horse, and it'll beep, and the motherfucker will let you on. If not, he'll put you.
It's a fucking telegraph. It's done. Everything's going. It's telegraph. How do you swipe right on a telegraph?
I was just sharing with him when you're supposed to wait for me at the airport, but you decided to leave and met up with him in October.
Yeah, but you were coming in 4 hours later.
It was not 4 hours. Don't lie.
It was 4 hours.
It was a little while.
Dude, you don't understand. Like when I travel, I get super duper nervous. I need to get where I need to go now. I don't want to wait because I don't know if I'm ever going to make it. I'm just a fucking worrywart. And by the way, corporate says we got to watch out with certain terminologies that we use because of copyright. So
all right.
They're working things out with certain corporations that they're surrounding. So there might be some copyright strikes on certain things, but we'll see what happens.
We'll try to.
We don't want any pending lawsuits.
All right. I don't want to take a pay cut, so I'll watch what I say.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's like what I wanted to do with this show, and I know we're still growing and we're still going farther, and I don't want to cut you guys your conversation off at all. So please, if you guys are into something, I will take a step back. But I am the host of the fucking show, so go fuck yourself.
All right, Frogman, come on.
I mean, were we doing was it a wise words from the frog segment?
Not yet.
Because, we need a wise words from the frog segment. And then, like what I was saying, like we're on episode 1. We don't know exactly where the show is going to go and how we're going to go, and where the skits and the bits are going to come from. That's going to come from just us working things out. And
well, listen, Frogman was once a little tadpole, and he had to grow into a frog.
You got to grow into a frog.
Yeah, man. Jumping around in my lily pad.
Big ass frog.
Yeah, man.
Big ass frog.
I'm like a fucking toad, not a frog.
All right, we're going to change your name to Toad Man.
Toad Man.
That's not the same ring. Not the same ring to it.
Nah.
But in time, and I'm not cutting it off. We're not cutting the show off at all. We got some more airtime, but I'm just saying, I really like you to come back and join us again when we're in full swing and things. We got all cylinders blowing at one time.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I wanna have you guys back on my show. Like, what I'm
definitely,
saying?
Man.
It's just kind of like working everything out like into rotation because I wasn't really planning ahead before, but now I'm like, I don't like when I leave shit to the last minute and it's fucking Sunday 7 p.m.
I know.
And I publish at Monday 3 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Well, sometimes honestly, man, sometimes that's good, but most of the times it's not so good. So you always have to have some sort of what I feel like you have to have like an outline and you just see where it goes from there. But reason why I wanted you on the first episode and talking to Frogman and saying, hey, what do you think? And he's like, yeah, man, was because to thank you for all your help with us on this. So that's why I wanted you to be our first guest, So.
I appreciate it, man. I was just giving you that little guiding hand, man. You were doing all the work behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to have everything happen without things being set up. That's how I am. I wanted the iTunes to be straight, everything to be straight. You have to plan on this shit. I didn't want to go walking into it in the dark.
I love the logo, man. Very
yes, thank you. Yeah. We have multiple logos, and I'm going to keep sending them out to try to see what people think, So don't forget, man, this is not the end of the show, but we are on Instagram. We do have a Facebook channel, a Facebook like page. We definitely have a YouTube page because the audio will be converted to video if it doesn't get taken down. iTunes, Spotify, Podcast Addict, Podbeam, Google Play Podcasts, all the big dogs, and we are in the thing is getting into the iTunes search engine, and that's what I wanted, and we were approved. So,
yep,
man, you're doing
wait till they get a load of this show. They may take it away from us, but
down, bro. What's that? Write that down. You gotta write that down. You're doing that right off the top of your head, bro.
Yeah, I decided out of the blue to mention the podcast spots.
Even though it's not
all that good shit that we used to do over there that I came up with, I'm bringing it over here. My bags are packed.
That's it.
I forgot to say this podcast is bullshit already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So man. I mean, I wanted to get into some topics and shit like that, but being that we talked a little bit about where we're from and what we're doing here like that. But you are from the New York area. Yeah. Shout out to the Bronx, hence BX, right?
Boogie down.
You want to talk a little about your name and where it came from for people that may not know?
Sure, why not? I'm a big I'm into tokusatsu, which
this fucking name's bullshit already.
It translates. It's like a Japanese live action effect show. So basically like what Power Rangers is or Kamen Rider, like that's kind of like a popular kind of genre over there. They import it over here as Power Rangers. So like back in the day, there was a certain show that had a name. It was called like Hurricane Rangers. So Hurricaners, like basically in Japanese. So the way like hurricane is pronounced in Japan is like Hariken. You know what I'm saying? So if you translate the Japanese symbols for the word hurricane, the English spelling of it is Hariken, but it means hurricane. And then BX is where I'm from. So, it's like Bronx Hurricane.
I swear to God, if you're going to throw a Dragon Ball thing in there, man, we're going to end this real quick. Like, rewind.
You know what I'm saying? So the interesting thing about it, man, is because like when I was introduced to the online world, I didn't have like a lot of means like back in the day. So I was kind of late coming into it, like as far as getting a computer, getting an email, like
all the good names were taken already.
Being introduced to basically. Yeah. But you know what? Usually when you get Puerto a username,
Prince 78 was taken.
Yeah, you have to put like usually if you put a username, you have to fucking put a bunch of numbers behind it because it's taken. So Hariken BX, every time I sign up for something or whatever, like it's there. It's me. I got it.
Bad Boy 73.
So so it's been my identity since probably like 2003. You know what I'm saying? As far as like an online like handle.
It's a good thing you didn't go with anything like Papi Chulo or something like that.
Nah,
we're all taken already. You can't take it already. We're all taken already.
So I mean, I guess that's the short end of it.
He's allowed to say that. I'm not.
Man.
We don't want to upset any apple carts here.
Yeah, man. He doesn't have the tongue for it, so we're good.
Nothing. So did you hear? Now you're from New York. Did you hear about a helicopter landing or crashing into a building today?
You know what? There's just fucking so much shit that goes on in this city. Fucking, I don't hear about half of it. Fucking No, I did not. That's crazy.
That's interesting. I mean, I heard it at the last minute. I didn't hear about it either, but
Helicopter crash in Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the video. I wish we could share video and stuff in audio on this fucking show, but we'll figure that out in the future. Helicopter crash landed on the roof of a building in Manhattan, New York. Now, the helicopter took off from 34th Street Heliport at about 1:32, and it crashed on the roof of 787 7th Avenue about 11 minutes later.
Wow, dude. Yep, that's good time. Well, listen. It's in New York, bro. So we got the fucking best roofs for fucking helicopters.
Well, I was hoping that building would have a heliport on it, but you know what? Guess what? It does have one now. There's one dead. The pilot, identified as Tim McCormick, died in the crash, according to law enforcement sources.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's.
And I don't want to be that dude to do like news shows on the show, but news stories on the show. But I just figured you being from New York, and wondering what the fuck happened. Maybe that if it affected you and where you are.
Yeah, I mean, shit like that is crazy, man. But like things. The thing is like the city's so big, so much happening. Like Dust, like I work in a hospital. I worked in
I'm surprised you didn't hear about it.
In the emergency room. Like I used to work in the ER. So, and we're a level 1 trauma center, like my hospital. So like we get the car accidents, the gunshots, the stab wounds, people getting hit by a train, people jumping off fucking roofs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
People think like that shit. It does happen.
Like there's so much fucking shit that, you know what, like you read about stories in the paper and I see so much shit like in the hospital that's not even
sees it every day, man.
Yeah, and it's not reported on. So like everything that you're reading, like a story like that, like it's 10 times worse. Like, and you're not even fucking hearing.
The whole thing, of course, people were throwing their arms up in the air about terror attack and whatnot. It wasn't an act of terror.
Nah.
So that was I mean, it was a rainy, foggy type of day, but I did watch the video and the dude was really all over the place like a bad rash, man. It was after he just came off the One Too Many podcast and he got behind.
There you go.
Yeah. Got behind the fucking thing. But shout out to our president that tweeted phenomenal job by our great first responders who are currently on scene. Thank you for all you do.
Sounds familiar.
So he tweeted that out. Finally, he tweeted something that made a little sense. But
a
little bit.
Hey, we're not doing politics here, but
seriously. But you know what? It can be sensitive for New Yorkers because obviously, the World Trade Center,
and that's why I thought they would be all over the place.
It's been a while since then. The people have pretty much moved on. We got Freedom Tower down there, Lower Manhattan, beautiful fucking building.
I don't think that'll ever that stigma will never be.
But it's something that's just gonna.
Dude,
it's
that's
history
up there
now
with Pearl Harbor and all
yeah,
that shit.
Dude,
without a doubt, man.
Yeah. So I actually had a friend that passed away in that thing. She was a first responder, EMT. Left behind some kids. It sucks not to bring this down. I get you. But we
don't have stories, man.
It's real.
It's a real event.
Shit, man.
It's a real event. The shit happened. Just think about it. Like even if you maybe personally didn't know anybody or whatever, like just know that it's real. Shit happened. People were affected. And ripple effects still being felt to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's an interesting story, man. I'm sorry for that pilot that died. But you know what, man? It could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just another day in New York, I guess you could say.
Well, the whole point of me doing this was mentioning that was I could go back into a little something or it happened a couple of days ago that was another helicopter incident of interest, and I was trying to keep it on a funny level here. There was this incident here right now. Remember this?
Spin,
Arizona.
God, man, I hate to be that person in that thing, dude.
This is an older woman that I think she passed out from heat exhaustion. Routine helicopter rescue turned a nightmare when the basket carrying injured woman began spinning wildly in the air. Yeah. Look at that. Like six. You spin me round, round, baby, round, round, like a record, baby.
Now, dude, that shit is crazy.
Dude, it's still going.
Dude.
Still going. See, here's the thing. Let me rewind this video. And not because to watch the spinning again. Look at the area that's around this woman. They could not land this helicopter anywhere around there.
It's a barren desert, man.
They couldn't land it and say, "Hey guys, go get her and bring her in."
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
You know what this is?
The terrain looks too rough. They probably didn't have even...
Look right there on the left. That's not too rough. You can land that helicopter there. That's bullshit. You know what this is? This is Johnny fucking Badass that's up there. Hey man, want to try out the new winch? Yeah, dude, let's try out the new winch. You know, it's fucking aluminum, and we got new cable. Look at that shit. Look at it. She's spinning faster than a fucking blade. Look at that. So they could easily have landed, bro. They could have easily landed and put her in that fucking helicopter like they should have. But no, they want
the desert.
Badasses because these guys are probably bored out of their mind every day.
Look, they could have landed right there, man, in that little intersection.
Look at all those
whatever
they could have landed, bro.
Nah, bro, that's rough. That's rough land.
Get
bro.
out of here, man. I don't even want to fucking hear that shit. If that guy in New York could land on a fucking top of a building with no helipad, they could land it right there.
Bro,
unbelievable, guys. That shit had me rolling the other day. Rolling. Oh my Lord. You know, I don't get it. I don't get that shit, man. I don't get it. And you know that's what it was. It was some dudes that were trying to be those guys. Like, you know, we could be on the news with this high style, you know, when helicopter saving goes wrong.
Oh man. She must have been dizzy as fuck.
Dude,
after
dizzy.
That.
Dude, I hope she was still knocked out, bro, unconscious, and she didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Her fucking heart was in her ass. From the G forces, the G forces of being spun so fast.
Dude, it's like she was going into space in 1962. She's in a centrifuge.
Yo, it's like you ever remember the ride that you used to have in the carnival that you lay flat on it and it starts spinning and you feel like you're turning.
With the big dome thing,
yeah, bro.
Like you just go in, it's like flat, like you know, you just go and lay on it. It's like if you're laying down on a pad, and
like a centrifuge.
Yeah, like a centrifuge, and it just spins, and all you're doing
that's
is
some shit that they test the astronauts on.
Yo, dude, it's crazy because like when you're in that, it feels like you're spinning in all freaking different directions. Like, dude,
I want it.
That's how she felt.
You know how much money that's gonna have at 70-some years old. I want to hear the fucking interview with this woman 3 days later. If there's one out there, I didn't check. I'm gonna check, and we're gonna do a rebuttal on this. I want to hear what the fuck she says about that. Because that's fucking crazy.
Is that a lawsuit? We gotta get her on the podcast. Let's
next week we'll get her on the podcast. We'll
make it happen. Make it happen.
Get her on the podcast, dude. Man, you know, like I said, it just caught.
We gotta get her on the show.
Man. That was incredible. And
once you put the music behind it too, it just gave it that.
I tried to be the first one. Hopefully, I'm the first one out there. I did put it out there. Tagged it, but then I heard there was a lot of people that came up with it also. So, but, you know, funny things, man.
And I wonder if the fucking
they could have landed. There's no reason why for them not to land. What'd you say, Froggy?
I was wondering if the propellers would cause that shit to start spinning, man.
Oh, they came up with 101 fucking.
Yeah, they did.
You know what wouldn't have caused it if you would have landed and just put her in like a regular fucking rescue squad.
I'm telling you guys that
out on the side of the fucking mountain.
There's a nice flat spot up on top on the left.
It's there. Arizona.
It's a desert.
There's tons of flat spots.
It's dangerous to land in that area. You know?
Get out of here. I want to fucking hear that fucking bullshit, man.
They were trying to not land to just hook her up real quick to get her to the hospital as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Get her help.
But they didn't land at the hospital. They landed on a highway, and she went into a fucking ambulance that got jackknifed from the side and started spinning like this. If they really were concerned, they would have kept spinning her to the fucking hospital. But no, they realized they fucked up and said, "Oh fuck, we got to get this bitch down." You know,
dude, this is fucking hilarious.
Dude, I just want to hear what she has to say about this, man. I really definitely have to hear what she has to say about this, man.
She probably didn't even know what was fucking going down, man.
That's a possible lawsuit right there. She'd be like, that's
Oh, you think?
mishandling.
You think?
Left the winch fully extended with the lady.
He decided out of the blue do a $700 billion movie rescue.
Look like the A-Team or something out of Rambo and shit.
Yeah, like a 1980s fucking Stephen J. Canal TV show, like the A-Team and fucking Knight Rider and shit like that.
Yeah, man, that's what it looked like.
Orange down. You know, in the 80s, would have to be cranking. You know, they would have to crank that shit. You knew what the fuck that was, dude. We could be like those guys on TV. It'd be awesome.
Well, now they are. Now they are.
Arizona, man. Shout out to Arizona, man. Let's give Arizona a big thumbs up on that one.
Oh,
Jesus.
I mean, I just threw that in. I don't know what the fuck we were doing with that, but I just felt it was funny. It's been on my mind all week long, and everybody that I talk to about it's like, huh? You've never seen this video, dude. You've never seen that fucking video.
Check Facebook.
They're not with it.
So if you want to see that video, we'll either have it. I highly doubt we'll have it in the fucking description of the video, but just Google Arizona old lady helicopter spinning. There you go. That's what you get. All right, man. They give me the look from the backstage there, man. The executive give me the wrap it up look, man.
Wrap it up look there, man. Mm-hmm.
See, I'm talking too much, man. I'm putting you guys into overtime.
No. I just don't think, being the first episode, they didn't pay for enough airtime. I think that's what we only have that one sponsor right now. Shout out to Harrison Ford and Harrison.
Shout out to Harrison Ford, man.
Go down and see them and Harrison, New Jersey, and test drive the new Ford Explorer. Give them the money, they'll throw you the keys. Harrison Ford, Harrison, New Jersey. So let's say goodbye to our guest, and thank you very much, Hariken.
Thank you very much, man, for joining us here tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me. Honored to be your first guest. I hope we had a lot of fun tonight, and can't wait to hear what people think about the brand new podcast, man.
Yeah, they're gonna say it's bullshit already. That's not being a joke. I'm glad I'm not on Twitter, so I don't hear "eat a dick fatty."
Eat a dick fatty. That's my favorite, man. I like that one.
Yeah. Well, how much of a favorite is if you wake up to that? Give me your Twitter account. I'm sure you're gonna wake up to that every day.
My what?
Froggy.
Listen,
my Twitter. What?
You know what you do? There's a block button. You know what? Twitter's like you're fucking like having an open window. So when somebody's fucking screaming outside my open window, you know what I do? Window. I close the fucking window. That's the block button.
There you go, man.
Yeah, we were talking tonight about a new action figure company called Tweeterhead. And I said that's when you get a fucking blowjob from a chick on Twitter. But yeah, whatever. But give us a little rundown where people could find Verbally Challenged.
All right, so it's available on all audio platforms: iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, Castbox, Anchor FM, and probably a bunch of other platforms that I'm not even aware of. So, if you subscribe, I'd appreciate it. You could also find me on Breaking the Mold every single Tuesday night on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. And, Hariken BX all over social media. You know what? Just Google that. You'll find me. And let's be friends.
You're like a bad rash.
All over the place.
All over. You're going to hear that joke a lot because I use it all the time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No, man, thank you for being our first
joining
guest.
us, man.
Look at that, for our first guest.
Man, it's awesome. I'm happy that he was able to be the first guest on the show.
Yep.
You got to get a little bit of that in every show, man. Come on.
First episode, that's not getting edited, by the way.
No, I know it's not.
You got to live with that one. That's your pen, scarlet letter.
And we're out.
No one didn't get to that point yet. Easy. Back it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dustmightz. Dustmightz on Instagram, Eddie Dustmightz in the Facebook groups. Thank you for joining us for the One Too Many podcast. My co-host, Frogman.
Eddie Frogman, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Eddie Frogman in the Facebook group, if you want to look for me there. That's about it. I'm not anywhere else.
Well, you better start because I can't be the one fucking guy pulling this fucking this fucking cart. You know, there's not enough carrots in front of this donkey. You know what I'm saying?
You're driving, man. You're driving.
Just saying.
You're driving.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
I'm just a guy in the back seat enjoying the ride, man. I'm just.
All right. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. One Too Many Podcast. Episode 1 is in the books. I'm going to edit it out, see when other fuck is coming out. Like I said, we don't know if it's going to be a weekly thing, bi-weekly thing. We are learning and going every week. As we go by baby steps, people, we will get to that point. I hope you enjoy that. Please let us know what you think. Hit the comments. Hit me up personally. Let us know what you think. Are we doing it? Are we not doing it? What we could do to change? And I'll still say, go fuck yourself. We're going to do it our way because this is what we do. So shout out to my co-host. Shout out to Hariken BX. Frogman, take us out.
And we're out. That's it. Okay. We're done.
I guess we're
Turn off the lights. We're gone. That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus, this podcast is bullshit.
Whatever.